Let's smoke some Dino ribs. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison. I ended up picking up some of these Dino ribs at my local HEB. So this process actually starts the night before you're going to want to do your smoke. You want to get these out of the package and you want to season them with whatever your favorite seasoning is. My go-to rub is Rudy's rub. Rudy's? Call me. Look at the thickness right there. I mean, you're talking about, this is about an inch right here. That's one. It's about 2 inches worth of meat before hitting the bone. This one over here, not too shabby either. Even though this is our choice, there's some marbling going on right here, so not bad. So what I want to do on a side-by-side in this video is compare smoking these ribs bareback and wrapped or covered. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke one of these racks all the way through without wrapping it, and the other one I'm going to wrap it in Texas Tough pink butcher paper right here. I got all these products here at HEB. I do have a link on the description below for most of the products you see on my videos, so if you do, please check out my description, and it kind of supports my channel as well, so thank you in advance. This has a little membrane that you can take off if you would like. It's right here. I'll go ahead and I'll take it off for this video. It's pretty tough. There you go. And the reason you want to take this off is because if you can see, it's very, very tough. It does help keep the meat on the bone, but if you take that off, that's going to make this allow the rub to get in here a little bit better. The next thing you want to do is you want to season these, and you want to season them as liberally as possible. Let's start off with the bottom. Now it's time to put these ribs into the smoker. You want to keep the temperature at about 275 for about 4 hours. So I wanted to give you guys an update. We're about an hour into the cook. Man, this old country barbecue pit I got from Academy. Wow, impressive, right? But what I did to make my life a little bit easier is I bought myself one of these Billows fan kits from Thermoworks. This baby's gonna make it so easy to smoke, right? So the way this works is you get your you put on that attachment air intake there, and you set the temperature at whatever temperature you want. Like you notice here, my temperature is set to 275. So the way this works is that when the temperature reaches below 275, it has a little fan in there. Right now it's off. It has a little fan that it'll turn on, fan your charcoal or whatever you have in there in your gravity fed right here, and it'll keep the temperature, it'll maintain it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I do have a link on the description below. If you go directly to their site with my link, you'll go ahead and support my channel as well as getting this little contraption here. It has been really nice. All right, so 2 hours into it, let's go ahead and open this baby up to see what it looks like. Whoa. Nice. Starting to see some receding. Love the color. Ooh, I like the fact that it's telling me, hey, the temperature is going too low. All right, there's my little temperature gauge, but look at the color of this one. Not too bad. Go to this one over here. Starting to see a little bit of receding, and loving the color. All right, so what you got in front of you right now, let me give you a little bit of a closer look. What you got in front of you right now is two Dino rib racks, I guess you would call them. They've been in the smoker at 275 for 4 hours. There's a lot of nice little liquid coming out. I like the color. that these things are, there's a lot of reseating going on. So like right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave one of these babies unwrapped. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, I'm gonna insert a meat probe. But the other one I wanna do is I wanna do a little bit of an experiment to see which one comes, let's see if there's any difference. I wanna wrap the other one in pink butcher paper that is meant for smoking. Try not to hit a bone. It's real pretty easy to see where the bone is here, right there. All right, there you go. I got the bareback one going over here. I got the one wrapped in the butcher paper over here. We're gonna go ahead and smoke these. You want to hit a temperature of about 200 to 203 before you pull them out. Both this one I used 2 different temperature probes, but this one and my other one went ahead and hit over 203. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out. All right, so you see I got my wrapped ones in there. I got my unwrapped ones bareback over here. We're gonna let them rest for a little bit before we slice them up. All right, so these babies have been resting in the cooler for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. This is your bareback, this is your wrapped. Let's go ahead and uncover both of them just to do like a little side-by-side comparison. All right, side-by-side, this one is the wrapped one. This one would be the unwrapped one. A couple of things to keep in mind. The reason you would want to wrap instead versus not wrapping is if you're looking for a softer bark. So this one is giving me a little bit more of a softer bark. This one's gonna be more of a traditional bark. The other reason you would want to wrap sometimes is because if you're in a time crunch, wrapping will speed up the cooking process. This one did come out about 15 or 20 minutes before the unwrapped one, and that's because this one has a thicker piece of meat. But let's see what we got here. Right down the center. Got a nice little smoke ring right there. Yeah, the juices coming out. Right down the center. These are your Dino ribs right here. I don't want to squeeze it too much. A little bit of a smoke ring. A little bit, not too much. Nope, cutting it the wrong way. And there you go. Look at that. I mean, it speaks for itself. So this was the unwrapped with a faint smoke ring on the top, a decent one on the bottom. And I don't know if I showed you guys this one. Whole lot of meat there. Oh, let's squeeze it. So this was the unwrapped. Now let's take a dive into the wrapped ones. Big hunk of meat right here. There you go. There's one. This is a lot of meat on each of these bones. I know that the camera doesn't do it justice. I kind of cut that one wrong, but it's okay. That one right there. Dino ribs at their best. And the last one over here. Nice little smoke ring. Got some juices coming out. I don't want to squeeze it too much. I know they say not to squeeze the meat. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now the last step to do here is to do a taste test, and I'm just going to do a taste test on the exact same side of each of the ribs. Before I do that, let's give you a nice once over here. Man, those are some good looking ribs. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a little piece from here. Nice, tender and soft with a bark. You can tell it was smoked outside. Oh, that's good. I gotta hit same side, on this side compared to this side. Let's try this one. Okay. I mean, the flavor is there because I season them the same. This one has a little bit more of a tougher bark to it. Not hard, just tougher. It's a little bit more softer bark. So I guess I would answer that question of whether you would want to wrap them or not. The type of bark that you want on them. These came out great, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That's one way of supporting my channel. You can also support my channel by clicking on the links on the bottom. Helps me out a little bit, bringing you guys more content. But this has been the Smoking Beard. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna take these babies inside and go to town on them. See you guys on the flip side.